Hello and welcome everyone to the virtual animation Discord server. My name is Jari and today I want to show you how to import videos like those that you see in the background. So first of all, that you want to know before you start importing or generate a video in Quill is check the frame rate. So go into the details of your let's go in details of your video and check the frame rate. And here on these two, I have 30, for example. And then you need to create a sprite sheet that is maximum size. The resolution is 16,384 by 16,384. That's the maximum resolution that Quill can import as image. And here, this is my way, how I do it, to create a sprite sheet. And I don't want to show how I create a sprite sheet. I'm just going to explain what I do. So first of all, I'm exporting my frames for my video. I use 3 Studio for that. And there is a free video to JPEG converter. And then I convert my frames to a desired resolution. And for this, I use Irfan View. And I'm going to explain that later, the desired resolution. So you need to desire something. And then I create the sprite sheet with texture packer. And normally I'm using my sprite sheet, and on every row I have 1 frame. So you will see when I show you one sprite sheet that I created. And then what I'm going to show is how to import those sprite sheets into Quill. And what's important then, when you are going to import your sprite sheets, check the frame rate. That is the same like here, this 30 or what else, whatever your video is. And then I'm going to talk about a little bit about JPEG and PNGs, because this is a really high number of pixels that you are going to import into Quill, and those are very, very heavy, and JPEG is always the best, the better to import. PNGs are heavier than JPEGs. And then I'm going to show you how to animate a sprite sheet. And we're going to make a mask, and then we hit play. So just to show you what's a sprite sheet. So let's go into this video. Let's bring it here. Ooh. Let's hide this. Let's hide the explainer for now. Let's go. Do I have the keys here? Yeah, I don't want them. I don't want the second video. I want to reset it like this. And in my video, I have here some files, and here I have my frame file that converts my mask. So here I reveal the sprite sheet that I created with texture packer. And
oh my god.
Yeah, this contains all the frames in one image. So you just need to import one image into Quill to have a 16-second video. So here you see the maximum size of this sprite sheet needs to be this one. Let's go quick to the new layer, and then kind of mark here. This is the maximum size, and here again. And my way to do this, is I want to have 1 second in one row. So I want to know my frames per second. So the frame rate of my video. In this case, I have 30 frames. You see here, 30 frames. And so what I do before I start to create a sprite sheet is to divide, I think it's called dividing. Yeah, I divide this number to 30, and then I receive a number that is over here, the number of pixels that I can have for one frame. And that brings me the other pixel number in the height of my frame. And this number divided by this number, it was 972. This gives me the number of seconds that I can bring into one sprite sheet. Clear?
How did you find the 16,384 number?
I tried every pixel.
Oh
I go to 15 to 20,000, and then I know, okay, it's between those two. And then
basically, if it's 16,385, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It's funny.
Yeah, and this is in this case, yeah. You can use it. You can bring this number also by divided by 2, so you can contain in one raw 2 seconds. So 2 seconds in one raw. So you can have here the double size of 16 seconds in one image. So you can bring in more frames per image, so you don't need to make those crazy things like take one image and bring it into Quill by 1. So
can you repeat it really quick? So basically, if you divide like the 16,000 by 30, you get that width resolution. But why is the height resolution different if you do the same math, or did you do a different?
No, this is an image from 180. Oh,
yeah,
1080 by 19.
Oh, okay. So you just basically
When I divide this number to the maximum size of my pixel here, I become the seconds that I can contain in the rows. You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. This is, for example, on this sprite sheet from the first video, and when I hit play, you see already how it works. It goes from right to left and goes from down to up. And so when I'm here on the first frame, this is my frame where I'm looking at when I'm here. And the resolution, I think it's not bad. It's good enough for reference videos or something. And when I look here, I see this. It's nice. I'm going to show how to animate this little video of my cute dog Woody running in the snow. It's so hot in here. And
so this is basically a zoetrope.
Yeah, it's a zoetrope.
Inside of Quill.
Inside.
For those people watching the video that didn't see the show and tell thread that we started, that Jari started.
It's a zoetrope.
He teased us with the video, like, look, I put a video in Quill, and we were all kind of crazy, like trying to figure out how he did it. And nobody could figure out.
Well, you thought you had it, right? You were like, oh, I know, I figured it out.
I was like, oh yeah, of course, I know how he did it. And then obviously I was wrong. And then so eventually, eventually Jari he demonstrated to us that it was possible to create a zoetrope inside of Quill.
Everyone is possible. Everyone can make a zoetrope in Quill. So.
Yeah, no, it's very, very like I was so impressed with like how did you come up with this idea? So good. I have a question. Would it be possible maybe to do it like a real zoetrope, like circular?
Yeah, why not?
That could be also,
why not.
But I guess that limits. I guess that limits the amount of frames that you can.
Also, because it's PNGs, I think it's gonna be harder, right? Because you have to arrange them in a specific way. While this is just one image.
Yeah, one picture instead of if we had to do a circle, it would be be one import for each frame. That would be really crazy.
Yeah, but you can have 1 second per raw, so you have one image circular. That is possible, but you need to import 1 second by 1 second, but it's always faster than 1 frame by 1 frame. So here you see the second video, and here you see also I have my 546 pixels per white, and because it's flat. Let's go here again. Because it's a flat image, I have in the height only 307 and not 900 and something. So when I divide this in here, 307, I become much more seconds that I can contain in one image. So you see, I could import much more seconds in here. And yeah, you can bring minutes into Quill when your memory is capable to make it. So
question about the formats that you talked about, because Peter had a question too. Like, does it actually make a difference if you use JPEG or PNG? Because if you upload, if you use PNGs or JPEGs and you upload stuff to Media Studio, which you can't obviously with this one because it's too big, but it doesn't make a difference. But did you notice a performance difference if you use JPEG versus PNG?
Not a performance difference in memory. I see a difference in the memory. That's all what I see. And I'm going to show you that when I'm going to the importing process.
Yeah.
Maybe I can go into, let's quick show me the explainer again. Where is he? Not he. He. Here is it. So, yeah, I explained the sprite sheet. Let's go into a new project and show you how to import those sprite sheets. When you generate one of them, quick tip. If you are going to create those sprite sheets, it's always better to have full seconds in a raw when you want to have in one raw 1 second. But you will see when I'm animating it why it is easier to have 1 second in one raw. Yeah, let's jump into a new project. Let's go in here, make new. Okay, brightness. I don't want this. I like the background color in black. And let's bring in quick, some examples to show you the heaviness of in memory of a PNG and a JPEG file. So I have in here prepared 2 of them. Quill in here. Import. I have this. Let's start with a PNG. Here, this is the sprite sheet that we are going to animate.
It takes so long to
it takes so long. And you see the PNG is 977 megabyte. And keep that in your head. And now I'm going to import JPEG. With this, select, it's freezing for a second. And now it's in, and you have 733 megabytes. So
this
if you want to...
it could be more like an estimate that it's like, because I wonder if you save this file, if the file is actually smaller, like the Quill project itself, you know? It might be that it doesn't make a difference, but I'm not sure.
We can try. Let's try it.
You know what I mean? Like in the Windows
Explorer,
if you save it, and then if in the Windows Explorer, if you right-click on the folder and or the size of the cube in, if that's the same, I'm not sure. But I mean,
I tested two same images, two same JPEG files with the same counts of pixels, same heights, same widths, and the megabytes was not the same. But when I imported them into Quill, there was the same. I was trying to which one is smaller and which one is, and I think Quill is looking at the pixels and not at the size of your image. So when you have an image of 16 megabytes and you have the same resolution image of 30 megabyte on JPEG, for example, and then you have the same number of megabytes in here.
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't affect performance, I think it probably doesn't make a difference. Yeah,
I don't saw a performance issue here. So when I imported the sprite sheet, the first I do is I already draw my frame around the first frame. So I'm go in here, create a little file, and in this file I create a new layer. Let's call this frame or F. It's faster. And then I'm going to create, of course, a red one. It's like in my video that I showed in Discord. And I need the line tool. Let's create a little frame here. Let's bring this. Then I'm going to show you some other tricks that I already showed you in other streams. For example, here I just make with the same stroke here these two lines, and then I go make it to the same smallness, like this, for example, or a little bit bigger, like this. Then I copy those like this. Now I have a frame. Then I copy this one and I copy this in a new layer. I think I have it also here. I don't need this here. And this will be my mask, so I can cover all the other frames. And for that, I'm using the grab tool. Make it big enough, like this. Bring it here, and in the middle here. And let's bring another color in there, just to see a difference. Oh, like this, okay. Make it bigger again, that I can cover everything. And now I bring it with the edge here. Oh. with the edge to this edge. Let's go closer. And you see, I'm going to bring it like this. And now I have it. And well, I'm going to use the external gimbal, for example. Let's call this mask. I go to the frames. I select all the frames, the lines from the frames. And now I have this gimbal. And I use this gimbal to rotate this over here. Oh, let's rotate it over here and the second one over there. The second one I can merge together, and this one I bring this closer. I don't want to scale and grab this over there and bring it down here, so I can use the external gimbal also to bring it closer in here. So let's grab it. Let's push it on the right.
For people that are confused about the external gimbal, he covered it in our last stream, in his last stream. So make sure to check that one out because it's very useful.
Yeah. So for now, I want to go down, for example, and I grab this green line arrow, and to push it down, I need to go to the right. So it's not every time to know how it works. But now I can, I have the center, it stays there, and I can copy this over here. And now it's perfect. I can merge everything together. So here's my mask. Everything is covered. I can colorize this. Again, let's hide this guide. It's in my face. And now I colorize this to black, to the background color. And now I have it already done. This is my mask. I don't need the mask for now to animate. So maybe the guide is better to see now. And yeah, what you need to do for animate this sprite sheet, you need to make four groups into each other, and then I put my sprite sheet, my picture in the last one. I make a copy of this, and this copy is going, where's the copy? This one. The copy goes outside, and I go make the opacity a little bit down so I can see better what I'm doing. And then I go to the group above my sheet. I go to the first frame, I make one key, and I know here's my first frame, and here is the second over. So I want to bring this over there after 1 second. So I create here another key. Don't want to see this. And here I go over here to the other side. And now I bring not this, I bring this over here. And let's hide the mask. And now I need to go closer. You see here there's overlapping. This is my guide that I created here, the copy of this with the opacity. And here is this one. I bring it close here.
Like how you use the menu as a background.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jari is crazy.
Use the menu as the white paper background.
Was too close. Oh, I did. Where's the?
What happened?
Was too close, maybe. So bring it back here. There it is. Let's bring it closer to the edge. And now I can scale and bring this as close as I want it. So that's close enough. Let's don't go over precise. And now I have my 2 keyframes, and they're still on stepped. I want to have those 2 on linear. But when I look at my first frame where I want to look at, you see this is not right. That's not what I want to see here.
Oh.
That's not a problem. So I just need to go in here and make a keyframe, because at every keyframe it is on the right position. So I create on every frame. Oh, I forget about something.
And then make a step.
And then make all 2 steps. And now you see that's working. See? I can go over here
to go downstairs
and make it to loop, and then I have a loop, and it looping over and over again. And one thing that you need to know and to check before you starting, the frame rate. Change it if you're having more than 24, or when you're having 30 frames per second. I'm lucky because this is 24 frames per second, and this is 30 seconds long. So when you go into Quill, go and check your frame rate. So now I have my second already keyframed and animated. Now I need to go into the frames, to the seconds. So go up. So I need to go up. I go to the group above. And now I need to go to the, let's make a keyframe first. And then I go to the 13 seconds, because I know there are 30 rows. I go to the 30 seconds here, make a keyframe, make again all to linear, and then you see it's shifting. Not yet, because I don't have shifting it. So let's shifting it up, and let's show me the other one. Let's bring this again close to the edge here, and no, it's not too close. I think this is close enough. When it shifts 1 frame, it's okay. And now I have this. I don't need this anymore. You see now it's shifting here up, and again I need to make the same but per row. So I go to every second, make a keyframe, and here,
Per loop.
there, per loop.
Yeah.
And
how did you figure this out? It's like crazy.
I don't think that's so complicated.
Yeah, I mean, the idea to do this inside Quill is just, it's amazing to me that
I wanted to
come up with those techniques. Yeah.
To bring a video in, so I need to think about it all night long. So let's make all 2 steps again, and now it should work already. Just go to the last frame, and then to the group above, loop it, and maybe we are already ready to go to play. So let's play this video. So here it is, so cute. Try to.
I see that as
catch.
slow-mo.
There is a slow-mo inside.
Oh, look at his face.
Oh no!
Wow, so
The
nice.
deformation. Oh, he didn't catch it.
No, there is it over there, and he look at it. I love how he makes this little jump here. Look at his feet.
Yeah.
Just 1 centimeter.
It's like that Labrador that can't catch. You know, the famous YouTube dog that,
No,
like, if you throw food, there's a dog, when you throw food at him, he can never catch it. Like, it's so hilarious. Like, they're throwing a burger or a taco and he gets it in his face. And so sometimes he doesn't even touch it. Like, he's trying to jump, but it just lands completely somewhere else. It's so funny.
He really catch normally everything, and I can throw it so fast.
So this
he's
was a lucky
catching
shot.
Yeah, this was a lucky shot. And he's looking at this one. Where is it
I like
going?
the face deformation. The face deforms so much.
Me too. Let's make another one. We can easily make it to a ping pong loop. So let's make it. Let's copy this.
I think I see myself doing a simple version of this for, like, for example, if I do some thumbnails on Photoshop or any other program, I can create my own sheet of like a rough animation, really simple.
Mm.
Like a timing sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a I see. This gave me an idea to maybe do something similar, but very simple. Just one picture, and I can do some thumbnails, like really rough drawings of any idea for an animation, and then I can maybe figure out. Maybe I should have like some sort of a file in Photoshop that already has like a grid, right? Something like that. And then I can import this one JPEG and use your technique to
definitely
to animate, to have it on Quill. So it kind of, the idea is that the thumbnails could be synchronized with the timeline of Quill, and I can use that as a reference for to do the actual.
Great idea.
Maybe I can use something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
It would be cool for storyboarding as well. You know, if you kind of think of a larger scale, and you sort of time it roughly. And then
because that's true. Because a lot of people, it's not easy to draw in Quill with the controllers. Sometimes people feel much more comfortable on a Cintiq or just a piece of paper or something, just to get the ideas across, and then you import that into Quill. So this technique could be nice to do that, to do quick idea, thumbnail, and be able to
and fast.
synchronize it.
Easy and fast to set it up into Quill, and it's so nice. You are still there? Hello?
Yes, we are.
I'm here. I'm here. We're listening to you.
Okay. So I want to make it as a ping pong loop. So I created a copy here. I call it V2, Woody2. And I go into that, and I unloop it for now. And then I'm going to select all in here. I change the direction, reverse all selected keys, and I can also go in here and just put this, I'll make this up, and
Hey, Jari, is this file also 16384 wide?
Yeah, it's not exactly this, but it's 16340. Yeah. And you see here it's already just It's containing 2 of them. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Two of them, and I have already 2 gigabytes in there. And yeah, I have 3. Here's the third one. I don't need them. So I have 14. Before we saw it, one image is 700 and something, and now I have 14. 1.4 gigabyte. And so for the ping pong loop, I need to reverse also this one. These are the rows in the seconds. I all shift this. And now what you see, let's hide this mask. Just hide the outside lines. You see here, it's when I play it back, it doesn't start at this frame. But that is not a problem. Go to my last streams and you will see how to shift this to the right position. Well, everything that I need to. Let's go loop this again above here, the seconds. And now I can hit play and wait until I'm in this frame with this frame that I want. I bring this file outside of this group here, where the keyframes here are. And then I go to the first frame. And then I bring it back into... And now it's right. It's on the first frame. And now we can go to the 13 seconds. We need to loop it. Just loop it again. And this is looped. And this one, I need to loop it at 30. Just loop it, make spawns, shift this over. Just quick look at this. Now I go here at the end. I loop this also in here. And now I'm ready to go. Just hit play and watch. Now it needs the sound. If you want to, and now it's going back. And it worked. Oh. I love it. And when you want to bring the sound in, extract the sound from your video and convert it, bring it into MP3 file, and then you can import this MP3 file into your project and synchronize it with your videos. That's the magic. So I can show you one thing. What I learned when I figured this out with the steps and the linear keyframing, that is when I have, for example, let's go to red. Yeah. If I had,
Doron asked why you didn't do it in a long strip, in one long strip versus
because I can only bring in 16,384 pixels per
that's right
wide and height.
So the longer you go, the lower the quality, right?
Right. That's right. And here you see, if you have, for example, here, let's bring it quick, this image file in here. Or let's go to the start file. Yeah. Okay. This is so funny. The new logo of the Discord. And bring it out. Let's go into my videos. Yeah, I had here those two keyframes. And bring it again back to the center. Yeah. And now I don't want the mask anymore. And here, when I created this, you see these lines. I wanted to show you the seconds and the rows, and it wasn't easy to match those frames here. And because you're not precise enough. For example, I'm not. Like this, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Like this. So I wanted to create those red lines, and then I tried to make here a line, and then I wanted to duplicate it here and hit redo. And at the end, I see, I'm not,
offsets,
it's not, the offsets are not good. And there is a way to make it better and even.
Of course you do.
Yeah. And I do it like this, just quick, make a folder or make it to a sequence. And then I go to my new paint layer and I create my line. I go to the sequence and I keyframe it all. Oh, of course, I need to go here. For example, let's make it really sharp. Sharp. Show. Like this. You know, I'm every time I'm looking to be precise, so that is how you can divide it. One thing here. I have 16, so this is how I can divide this on same spacings. So I just go up here, make a keyframe here, and I go to the frame 16. 16, make a keyframe there. And now let's bring this PNG out so that's stabilized. Yeah, okay. And I change it, those two keyframes again to linear. So I go to the last one, to the 16 frames. What I could do is go over here, make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah, 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 until I have 16, and then I can grab all the 16, bring it here, and try to scale it and match it. And this is not ideal because the scaling is not so precise. So what I do is to keyframe it from here to 16, and the 16, there it is. I want to be over here. Let's go closer, right to the end where I want it. And here when I loop it and bake it and go to the baked one, select in all frames, select all, copy selection to new layer, and then I have all in there. In here, just the last one. Not. This is not a problem. just unloop it, go to my file, go behind the key, should be there when I show it. I can select this and copy this, for example, in there. I don't need those. Now I have it divided in the right position every time. You see? So when you want to divide something, you can use this technique, or you can use also when you don't want to hit it, for example, 100 time redo, you can go to 100 frames and make those. This is one trick I wanted to show. I want to show you what I want to do then in the next class. So let's go to new, and I want to show you some golden angle things. So like, I think this is a good example. Or yeah, let's try this. I have many of those created to test, and this is one, I think one of my favorites so far. Let's hide those. And here you see beautiful, but when I hit play, you see it's not just the outside lines here that are created, this ring to the rectangle. It's also a sphere that is animated. How is it possible to animate a sphere?
Wow.
And maybe I can go in here and hide the outside and show this is just this sphere. This is one image. See? And this is, I'm going to talk about the golden angle and animation. And I've never had, let's change the background color. I never had a animated sphere in my hand. So for me, it's the first time. It's nice to see something like this. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.